Friends, afternoon for you, or evening if you're watching when it goes live. Either way, good whatever you're watching. I got a little bit of cleaning done in the house. I'm gonna go up here and work on the garden. The garden is very sad and it just didn't do good. Obviously we started it late, but John was talking to one of his brothers and even talked to one of his customers. I guess there's an older lady, and she's talking about her garden, and nobody's done good this year. And I know that it was very droughty, and I did water mine. I obviously didn't water it enough, but this is also the first year in a couple of years that we have planted most of our garden straight into the ground. We have been using the planter box things, and it's just not doing great. The tomatoes, they all have like little dying branches, and just they're not healthy. So I'm going to tie them up because they have fell on the ground quite a bit. I'm going to tie them up. They're very pitiful looking. I'm going to tie them up anyways and cut off all of the sick looking spots, so they're going to look even more pitiful when I'm done. I noticed a spot on my cucumbers was dying, and I looked and I had a tomato, I had a cucumber on it that I didn't see. And once the cucumber is on the vine and it like super matures, the one I found was like, it was rotten. So once it gets to like super mature, if it's still on the plant thinks it's done its job, so it will start dying out. Thankfully there's a lot of plants over there, but that one I have noticed is yellowing, and then I was like, there's something going on in here. And I looked, and sure enough there was a rotten cucumber in there, so found that as well. So it's fine, it's fine. Me and John was talking about it yesterday, and he said that stuff doesn't get better in the planter boxes because it was up the ground. It's easier to water in potting soil than it is like natural ground. It was up off the ground, so it had less chance of disease and all of that. And so I told him that next year we might end up just doing another planter box and doing our tomatoes in there. I could do one planter box of like canning tomatoes and one planter box of fun tomatoes. We might do that. I probably won't remember. And we're hoping next year to get the garden started earlier. But John was trying to encourage me yesterday and said that, the people that he was talking to, they started the garden when they supposed to, and they had problems as well. I know that like farmers and whatnot, of course they have it's almost comparing apples to oranges, but I know that Kentucky farmers was having issues with crops this year. Like it was going to be a bad year for crops for farmers. So it makes me feel a little bit better. I mean, if the professionals are having problems, so I'm probably going to have problems too. But obviously there's a larger scale there. But anyways, I'm going to get some work done in the garden. And then I'll just, I don't know. But we're going to get this done. It's just me today. My right-hand man or woman went home, so it's fine. We miss her when she's gone though. But we can get stuff done there. So we're going to go ahead and get some stuff done in the garden. And obviously I did not take care of the weeds like I was supposed to. Maybe I regret doing in-ground garden. Yeah, I think I do regret it, to be honest. But I'm so excited about it. And then, it is what it is. You live, you learn, and you try again later. This is a good example of what it's doing. There's quite a few spots like this. Like these just little, and then they die. And I don't know. I looked up like blossom end rot because I thought maybe that was it, but It didn't look like what I see, so I don't really know what it is, but either way, I'm not happy about it. Kim stopped by for a little bit, her and Violet, which was a very welcome surprise. She called, she had got a car seat for Violet and wanted me to help her put it in. So they stopped by for a few hours. I got me some cuddles. I held her while she took a nap, and so it made me sleepy. You know how that goes. But I gotta go back and work some more in the garden, even though it's hotter now, because it's just how it works. First I gotta make some lunch, and the kids are wanting some chicken rice and chicken tenders, so I'm gonna make that. I usually don't make a lunch. They usually just fend for themselves. However, it being the end of the week, like, we still got plenty of food. Like, we could go at least a week without going to the grocery store, and, you know, we'd be fine. However, we don't have really, like, quick fix, you're on your own lunch kind of things. Wendy can cook when I'm cooking. I mean, any of them can, actually, but Wendy is my kitchen helper oftentimes. But they're in there playing a game or something, and so we're not going to interrupt that. I'm going to make them some lunch. Then we'll go out and get the rest of the garden worked on. And I really need to do some animal chores, but probably going to put that off for today. We might do that this weekend. Might do that tomorrow. And then, but I do need to go check water and feed for the critters. So I'm going to get their lunch going, and then I might go out there and check feed for the critters, come in, finish their lunch, and go out and get the rest of the garden done. It needs to be hoed really bad. I need to put fabric down. I've noticed that the weeds are really bad, but it's to the point where I don't want to do it. So there's that. Quiet. Girls. So hateful. Got the kids fed, got the animals fed and took care of. I gotta go back up here and finish the garden, but I don't want to. I am tired after I held Violet and she took a nap and made me want to take a nap. And then I made me a water with the little, like, sugar-free juice packets, and they've not been making sure. The lumber company, Lumber King, might be bringing a load here, so I thought that might be them, and I won't be out here if it was, because I don't have to deal with them. John, they know what to do, so I hide in the house like a mature person does. But what was I saying? Oh, I made me some water and put a flavor packet in it, so I made me some Kool-Aid, pretty much, and it gave me a headache, I think, because I drank a little bit of it, and now I got a headache. So I'm talking to the people.
What did you drink?
A Kool-Aid packet thing and water. Sometimes they give me headaches. They give me a headache this time. I don't know. And there's a squash up there that I laid. I took it off the plant, laid it by the cucumbers, because I knew I was getting the cucumbers. So I need to get a basket too.
Did you forget about it?
No, I was gonna just grab it when I was up there working, but then Kim called and they come over for a few minutes. Well, a few hours. Alright, need to get me a basket. But the cucumbers make my hands itch. I don't know why I don't like it. It's icky. They taste good though. But I'm gonna get up here and get this done so that I can at least say I got something complete today. I need to clean out, like, do a coop refresh, and the goat pen. I need to clean out some of the old hay and goat poop and stuff out of it, but I definitely ain't doing that today. We might do that tomorrow. Need to get the four-wheeler out to do that, so might do that tomorrow, but I'm definitely not doing that today. So Also want to go down to the farm store and get some stuff and make some salsa. We had plans this weekend, but those got pushed back. And so we might, I don't know. At this point, I don't feel like it. I was going to say we might run down to the farm store and I can make some salsa tomorrow. Or clean out the goat pen. Or do one Sunday and one tomorrow. But at this point, it don't sound good. Either thing. So, I don't know. We're going to go work in the garden. And then I would really like to take a nap. I don't nap. But the thought of one sounds really nice. So. I was almost asleep with Violet on the couch when he was here. But anyways, we're going to go get the garden stuff done. So I feel at least a little bit accomplished, I guess. Alright guys, and that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We love y'all. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time. As always, remember to show grace, be content, and live blessed. Until next time, bye guys.